looks like we're starting up. Now let's see how we're looking on the Chiller Night Theater page. I don't see me on there yet, but that's all right. Doesn't mean I'm not. Okay, it looks like I'm on YouTube. Do another check on Chiller Night Theater's page. Am I live? Huh. I hope so. All right. Now, let's see if anybody can hear me. Let's go to the chat. Getting things set up here for the Chiller Night live pre-show. All right. Hello. All right. Now, Ava, are you watching this? Let's see. All right, let's see. I'll text Ava. I don't know if she's watching. Tell her to share this on my page. Oh. I think I can share this on to a page. All right, folks. No way. Look at that. I'll share it to Jack Shadow's page. We'll try that. We'll see how that goes. But you know what's kind of weird? I can't share it to my own personal page. Ah, that's kind of neat. All right, let me text Ava and see if she's gonna share my video. Ah, there she sent something in Messenger. Is now live. Okay, so you shared it onto my page? Is that what you did? All right. I'm getting used to all this. It doesn't look like you shared it onto Brian Hoag's page, though. Did you? All right. Okay, well, it's 8 o'clock. Ava, did you share it on my Brian Hoag page? By any chance? It's not showing that. I'm not seeing any. Okay, already on it, she says. All right. Did you? Hey, Corpus. Christine says greetings. Greetings to you. This on my Cassandra. Hello. As soon as I know that this is on my Brian Hoag Facebook page, I will. I'll start the show. Okay. Corpus says I'm having problems with the audio again. Huh. Part of that. I'm moving it away from the. Part of that might actually be me. I have. Well, I'll get into that here in a few seconds. Jason says another fine installment today. All right, well, I'll tell you what. What I will do is we'll go ahead and get this show started. Tom says audio is good here. All right, good deal. David says the champagne is popped and the bubbly is flowing. Awesome. Now, I'll check and see. Ava, I don't know. Did you share this on Brian Hoag's page then? for some reason I couldn't see that on when I was checking, so that's why I'm asking again. But okay, I got hit really hard last week or earlier this week actually from a bad bug. All right, Corpus said I'm on YouTube for now. Okay, I hope that it might not be totally the microphone's fault. It might be partially mine. I have just been okay. Ava says yes, I shared it, and then Brad says, it's the Chiller Night pre-show with Brian Hogue, starring Brian Hogue. Now here's Brian. All right. Thank you, Brad. Jason says it's on Brian Hogue page. Thank you. Okay. I know Ava was saying that, but for some reason I was looking and it wasn't on there. Here's what happened. After I got done with the show last week, I go out into the room and everything, and Ava comes down. She gets hit like suddenly really bad with this bug, this virus, and then Corpus says, haha, well, I'm on both. Ooh. Cool. I have just as a backup, I have the two up here now beside the the restream. You're gonna have to pardon me because my story is this. Ava got hit really bad with this bug, and I was trying to take care of her, and yeah, sure, I'll blame it on her, but the the bug got on to me, and then I had it really bad, so we both had the flu, and it was really bad. Now she got over her flu. I actually got over my flu, but right after that, it was like a double tap, pow, because I got hit then with a cold, which isn't near as bad as a flu, but so I'm all congested and everything. I'm only telling you that because that might be part of what you're hearing as well. So my head feels like it's in a fishbowl. Let's see. Corpus said spooky. And Ava has a little. Oh, is that a little emoji with a thermometer in its mouth? That's how I'm seeing it. I think that's it. Jason says, I think a plague horror film should be aired on Chiller Night Theater. Yeah, something like The Last Man on Earth. I don't know. That's the first one that came to my mind. That was awesome. I love that movie. And then Brad says, it's snowing like a son of a gun right now. A lot of flu bugs around still. Yes. And then Ava says, yes. Corpus says, aha, I have sound and Facebook now. All right. That's cool. I'm not sure what happened there, but okay, we did the schedule for tonight. Okay, the reason we're here is to find out what we're going to watch tonight. Okay. Tonight, January 26th on Stream TV at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Chiller Night Theater. The feature movie is Jack Shadow features Voyage to the Prehistoric Planet. Now 11 p.m. The Chiller Chat is a brand new episode. My guest is B&H Paranormal Investigations, and that's a new one. That's the one we streamed on the 18th, just last week. And then at 11:30. Chiller Night Theater. The movie is Ega, last week's feature film. And then at 1:30 a.m. Chiller Chat. My guest is Jim Crut, and that's the feature Chiller Chat from last week. And 2 a.m. Chiller Night Theater. Our movie is Voyage to the Prehistoric Planet. All right. So there you have it. That is the official schedule for tonight. If we make it to 9 o'clock. And then, okay, Nick says, dig that shirt, man. Oh, thank you, Nick. This is one of my birthday presents I got last year. So, yeah, this is one of my favorites. Jason, shout out to Ega. All right. Well, there's the schedule. So, looking forward to a good frightening, fun-filled night of Chiller Night Theater and Chiller Chat So that'll go pretty cool. Once again, we have I don't think I can reach over that far without my hand being lopped off, but the Vicelli Pizza. They will be the sponsors for next Friday night, February 1st. Another Jack Shadows Friday Night Frights, featuring The Crawling Eye, the movie that just barely won the vote for February 1st being the feature film. And then Ava says The Flying Saucer. What, the Vicelli logo? Over here somewhere. Excuse me, folks. Yeah. But Vicelli is, and I'm starting to accumulate the props already for the show. There's one of them. I've got various sizes just in case. So if you feel like having a pizza that night, order from Vicelli Pizza in Butler. If you're in that area, I'm sure they'll appreciate it, and I'll appreciate it. So that'd be really cool. Jason says Vicelli should have eyeball olive pizza specials. They should. Hey, that would be a neat Halloween thing for them. Brad says you just got to dig that Vicelli pizza. Yes. So we have. They are going to be the sponsors for next Friday. I am really looking forward to that. And while they are helping out in that way, I ask that you help out by simply sharing it. Just share the video. That's all I ask. Share the video. If you're watching this, if you like what you've been seeing over the last year and a half, with the Chiller Night Theater and Chiller Chat, just share. It's important that I accumulate some viewership, that night, and not only for me, although I'm doing quite a bit of this, but also for the sponsor recognition as well. I'm sure Vicelli Pizza would appreciate that as well. So if you could just simply share the video while it is airing, I would really, really appreciate that. Nick says, I tried Pizza Hut and they said they don't do sponsorship. Told them, oh, well, Vicelli's got it. Okay, well, I appreciate you checking. I do appreciate you checking. That was really cool. Corpus says, haha, nice. You could build a throne for Jack Shadow out of those boxes. Yeah. And then Dying Only to Live. Well, that's a new name and a new viewer as far as I'm aware. Thanks for joining us tonight. And then they say, yeah, I'll have to see about the eyeball pizza. Oh, okay. Somebody, I guess from Vicelli there. Okay, I wonder if that's David. David Long, the one who actually was the one who sponsored us through the Butler Vicelli Pizza. So we absolutely want to thank him. And speaking of sharing, okay, we'll be giving out or should I do this one first? Okay, we'll be giving out a giveaway. Jack Shadow will be, I should say. If you share the video, you'll get a copy of the episode on DVD. You'll get an autographed photo of Jack Shadow. You get a personalized letter signed by Jack Shadow and possibly witnessed by myself and recognized on social media and website. Plus, obviously, your name will be mentioned on that episode and it will be airing on, wherever the show airs, online, on Roku, on TV, on Stream TV the very next week. So that is pretty cool. All right, now, to be eligible, you just got to share the video while it's streaming on Fridays, February 1st. And the contestants will be counted during the last segment of the show. Okay, so Jack will say, okay, you have to have your name, you have to have the shares already done by this time. Okay, he'll say, okay, do it now, because we're going to the last segment of the show. Your names will be thrown into the hat or the cauldron or Jack's hat. I don't know what yet, but we'll figure it out, and then that winner will be chosen at the end of the show. or during that last segment. Jack Shadow will reveal the winner live during the segment prior to the end. Or no, I can't. My eyes are so blurry. But he, I'll just tell you without reading. He will reveal the winner of the show, or of the prize during his last segment of the evening, and then before he says goodnight. And then this episode will later appear on Stream TV as the feature movie. All right, which will be, I think, on the 9th. That will be the February 1st, and then it should be on the 9th. And let me see. It looks like I'm getting a some comments here. David says, "Is there a full-size cutout of Jack Shadow at Vicelli's Butler store?" You know, that's pretty neat. I had to get one of those, and then who's ever sponsoring it that week will we'll just move it around. That's pretty cool. That's a neat idea. Jason says, "I want a percentage on the eyeball olive pizza sales." LOL. And then okay. Oh, dying only to live. It's me, Dave. Okay. Well, hey, Dave. And then Jason says percentage. Okay, all right. Oh, parentage. And then Corpus says that would be awesome. And then dying only to live says we're all in my house. So yeah. I was just thinking of Corpus. She was helping me with the. I was wanting to call it. What was I called? What is it? Patreon. Patreon. I can't remember the name of that. I kept thinking I was calling it Pantheon or something. But I appreciate your help earlier this week. I still haven't got a chance to, because right after I got off the phone with you, or not on the phone, but off of Facebook with you, I got knocked down again by that bug. Okay. And then Dave says I'd put it up. Oh, the Jack Shadow cardboard cutout. That's cool. And Corpus says Patreon. Okay, that's it. Yeah. You know, that's a neat idea though. With David says about the cardboard cutout. I should do something like that. That'd be kind of neat to kind of pass it. Who's ever sponsoring the Friday Night Frights, you know, puts that up in their store window or something. So. And then Tom says Pantheon. Yeah, see, I thought something was called Pantheon. But what I'm doing, and I think that's what I think that's what I was saying last week. But what I did was Patreon. Is there a Pantheon too? I don't know, but I know that's what I was calling it, and it was Patreon is what I should have been saying. Corpus says no problem. Tom says, how about a Jack Shadow bobblehead? I'm up for anything. In fact, I have this picture here of the Jiggler. I haven't forgot about that. I've been so busy, but it is not going to take that much to get one of these. This is the Frankenstein one. I put up the picture so you can actually see that he's got green hands and green face, but because I'm in front of I'm chroma keying in front of a green screen, you're not going to see that. But the Jiggler little toy, I'm going to make one of Jack Shadow. I think that'll be a kind of a neat thing for the kiddies or collectibles. Cassandra said cutout stand. Oh, cool. Cutoutstands.com. Oh, okay. Awesome. I'm going to check that out. I'll see what it takes to make one of those. And Brad says, I would share the heck out of Jack Shadow's Friday Night Fright so you can get the publicity. You already got Vicelli Pizza sponsor. I did for that episode. That's awesome. And then of course there's other episodes coming up, and they are actually going to be the sponsor for the March episode as well. So they've already committed to that as well. So there's 2 Friday Night Frights, February and March's that Vicelli is on board with. So, you know, if you live in the Butler, Pennsylvania area, please, if you can get a sub or pizza from them and just say, hey, you know, thanks for sponsoring the Chiller Night show. That'd be so awesome. I'd appreciate it. And And then Cassandra says you can get a Jack Shadow standee there. That'd be really cool. I'll look into that. And then Corpus says, "Yep, you can have one made." Yeah, that'll be kind of neat. I wonder what's involved in that. But we'll look into that. That's pretty cool. I like it. Thanks for the ideas. Keep them coming. And oh geez, I don't have any. This is not water. It's gonna be vodka, or no? I mean it's or whatever Jack has in his martini. I forgot to put something in the martini glass there. All right. I thought it looked a little parched, a little dry. So am I, actually. All right. Corpus said, I should see if they'll deliver to me in Morgantown. It's only an hour or something away. Now, do you live down... Now, where is that? Is that down in... I take it, is that in Allegheny County? Is that down toward Pittsburgh? I used to live in Pittsburgh for years, back before I moved back up this way. So I miss Pittsburgh. I really like Pittsburgh, and I really would like to see more of Pittsburgh in the near future. Tom says, "Don't want to get dry eye." No. See what you did there. No. And then Corpus says Jack has formaldehyde in his drinks. Ah, that's it. That's it. All right, I like that. And then David says a toast to Jack Shadow. We have, and then Diane Only to Live. We have a store in Morgantown. Oh, West Virginia. West Virginia. So you're down that. Okay. Corpus is West Virginia, just over the border. Excuse me. And then Dave says it's actually part of my franchise group down there in Morgantown. Jason says that I will be crawling soon. Oh, yeah. Well, you guys are really coming up with them tonight, aren't you? The dry eye, the crawling eye. All right. Formaldehyde. That's cool. Let's see what we have here. All right. Well, I hope I can get better before well, I will. It's just I'm actually feeling a lot better, even you know, progressively as the days go on. So I'm bouncing back, by golly. And then Ava says road trip. Brad says hopefully you can have sponsors from the Oil City, Titusville, Meadville, Corey, and even Erie area. This keeps up with Friday Night Frights. Yeah, I'll hopefully be putting together some packets that I can mail out there, and see what we can do about some sponsorship up that way as well. But hopefully, like I said, if you're in the Butler area, if you order from Vicelli Pizza, man, that'd be great. What a statement, huh? That would be awesome. So if you can, that'd be great. But like I said, when it comes to me and mine, if you could just share the video. Again, this is like the last time I'm gonna be talking to you before. So if you can share that video, that would really help. It's stuff like that gets me out there and gets me noticed, and makes it, you know, a lot more worthwhile for the sponsor. You know, as nice it is for them to sponsor, you know, we'd like them to see something, you know, in return. You know, it's always a give and take thing with, you know, with myself, with the sponsors, and with you, all working together to keep this machine running. So let's see, Corpus. Oh, right on. I can be a shadow agent here at the Vicelli in Morgue in town. And then David's blood red oranges will help your cold. Really? Okay. Well, I don't have. I get some grapefruit, but I don't think I have any blood red oranges. Nick says mixed with vodka. That'll do it. Yeah, I'm an old-fashioned remedy guy. I actually should probably be sipping at some brandy. You know, all health stuff. You know, all brandy is from the brandy plant, indigenous here to Northwest Pennsylvania. So, but vodka will do. Cassandra says everything goes better with vodka. I agree. And then Dave says, even if you come down to Vicelli Pizza and let us know you saw us on Friday Night Frights, we'd love to hear from you and know who we reach. Oh, that's a neat idea. Okay, that's really cool. David says, including a crawling eye. Oh, the vodka thing. Nick says, moonshine is a cure-all. Oh, geez, I bet it would be. Cure-all one way or the other. And Corpus says, hot toddy. Yes, indeed. Yes, a hot toddy for the body. So, I wish I had some of that stuff here tonight. You know, Jack Shadow always does, he's always saying, get your popcorn, get your snacks, get your pizza. And we actually did and this is like a 2-minute clip, so, but we actually did a skit once in, what was it, Last Man on Earth, where Jack orders a pizza. Now, this is not a Vicelli pizza because, and Vicelli Pizza would appreciate this, I think, because of, the things don't work out too well for their driver or their delivery guy. So I'm going to show that right now, and I'll see you in about 2 minutes.
So obviously vampires. Speaking of garlic, I hope they put plenty of it on my pizza like I wanted.
Jack, pizza guy's on the phone.
Oh, thank you, Aura. Hello?
Is this Jack Shadow?
Yes, this is he.
Well, I'm at your castle, but I'm having a heck of a time trying to get past all these zombies. Who has zombies all over the
Well,
property?
I just assumed everyone did.
Well, I better get a good tip out of this.
Yeah, well, here's a tip. Run faster.
What?
Hey, you just make sure I get my order. Just ignore them and they'll leave you alone.
Ow! One just bit me!
Except for that one.
Ow!
And that one.
Ah!
Yeah, he's not too friendly.
Oh no, I've been bitten! Am I gonna be okay? Am I gonna be okay?
Oh, sure, you'll be fine.
Ah!
You're screwed.
Yeah, you're gonna die.
What?
Hey, before that happens, put the pizza by the front door, will you? Hello? Doesn't sound too good for him down there.
Well, that's getting really messy down there.
Yeah. Hey, don't forget my 2-liter of pop. Yeah. No, 2-liter. 2, not 1. He keeps holding one finger up. Oh, wait, I see what he's doing there. Okay, we better get back to the movie.
Jack, that was a really good pizza. Good call. I must give you a hand.
Oh! Thank you, Aura.
Oh, you're very welcome, Jack.
Oh, it's the pizza guys. You wanted to give me a finger? Now I've got the whole set. That happens.
Okay, so there is proof that they do order pizza at Castle Shadow and enjoy their creature comforts while watching Chiller Night Theater. All right, now where are we at here? Brad says, if you hit between Erie and Pittsburgh, we can make Chiller Night Theater and even Friday Night Frights National. That'd be awesome. And then Ava says, hi, Bob. So, Bob, maybe Silent Bob's on here, as Tom calls him. Bob Books. We'll see if we see him on here. I don't see that right here, but I will check. And then Dave says, delivery driver training school delivering to the castle. Yeah, that didn't work out too well. And then Jason says, nice skit, thank you. Corpus says, oh my god, extra cheese please. Corpus says, haha. And then David, bravo Jack Shadow. Yeah, it's a lot of fun doing the show. I think if it was Yeah, I was watching this documentary on horror hosts, and throughout the week, and there was one where they said it's kind of a staple that they, of the characters that they get in these really cheap and corny costumes, and I'm thinking, no, I don't like that idea. I actually don't subscribe to that line of thinking. I really go all out with the costumes and the set. Now that was several years ago. Obviously the set and the lighting and the sound isn't quite as near the quality that I have now. But in fact, when I filmed it, excuse me, but when I when I filmed that, it actually was widescreen. But when I was doing the editing, I didn't know how to do that and compress it, or it got compressed because it was actually a wider shot. You could actually see Ava and I on both sides of the window. I mean, Jack and Nora, and you could very clearly see us throughout the entire skit. On there, you had us cut off, but I was still learning. I was learning a lot, but but anyways, yes, there's proof that Jack orders pizza, enjoys his pizza. Brad says, "Oof, I'd hate to be that delivery driver." Yes, I think he probably became one of the permanent residents of Castle Shadow, of the Dark Domain. All right, so he needs to be quicker next time. March is Friday Night Frights. Now we're coming up on February's Friday Night Frights. This is going to be the Crawling Eye, of course, or the Trollenberg Terror, as it's also called. That'll be here, not even a week from tonight, next Friday night. So now some of the things I'm sure you've picked up on. Sometimes you'll see a dramatic pause by Jack Shadow, 2, 3, 4, and then there might be some motion after that. Now I'm sure you've picked up on this. That is to give me some time to do some editing, and transitions in between. So you'll see little things like that to where it doesn't, because I'm by myself. I have, I'm a one-man crew here. But I think it looks really nice. It's I'm very happy with how it looks during the live stream. And of course, I add a few visual bells and whistles when I edit the show, kind of clean it up a little bit and send it off to be aired on Stream TV. I'm very happy with how that's turning out, and I sense that you are too, from the excitement that we've generated for this next one here coming up in February. March was going to be Bucket of Blood. I'm not real sure if that's the one right now, only because I have another sponsor for the month of March who's interested in sponsor for the month of March. Not just the Vicelli's doing the Friday Night Frights, but there might be another sponsor in conjunction with that who actually wants to sponsor in addition the entire month on Stream TV, the Stream TV. I know it's but one of these, but the point of it is, there was a request by that sponsor for another movie, so I'm looking into some things right now. However, the thing is this: we are going to be going to the TV station, myself, Ava, and Samantha, and we'll be doing some other shows here coming up in March. So we'll be doing the live shows on Fridays, or I will, and then if they can join me, that's fine. But we are still going to be doing the regular Chiller Night Theaters in the studio as well. So, Bob, oh my gosh, this is the first time I've seen a comment from Bob Books on the multi-stream chat platform here. Bob says hello, Bob. Thanks for joining us. Thank you very much. That's good to see you here tonight. Brad says, I'm watching WWE NXT TakeOver Phoenix 2019 live on WWE Network. All right, well, I hope you enjoy that. And then tomorrow is WWE Royal Rumble 2019. All right, well, I hope you enjoy that there tonight, Brad. I'm sure you will. And then Tom says, "Oh my God, Bob isn't silent anymore. It's a miracle." Yeah, that's true. We're gonna have to come up with a new name for Bob. Bob is finally. I don't know what you did, Bob, to join us, to be able to join us here tonight, but I'm glad you did it. That was the strangest thing, but you're here with us now, and that's all that matters. Yeah. So some of the upcoming movies here on Chiller Night Theater is going to be Bucket of Blood, of course, is going to be one of them. And if we don't do a Friday night thing like Friday Night Frights, like maybe on April, then it will probably be one that we do in the TV studio. But we're Bucket of Blood's like it's a definite, because that was the next that almost won the vote. You know, that was really close. Bucket of Blood, Plan 9 from Outer Space. That's coming your way. That's coming your way very soon. We're going to be doing that. And then another one that Tom says Big Mouth Bob, because he won't. He's so noisy now. Bob says back from the dead. That's something for all the time that I've been doing the multi-stream. Well, all the time since November, but it seems like a long time. But yeah, it's so neat to have you on here. And then there's a movie that I want to do. I'm looking into this to just make sure I can excuse me, to do this without any issues. Oh, Bob, before I'm recovering from a flu, and then I got hit with a cold right after that, so I'm having a little trouble talking here. I'm all plugged up. I can't I can't even control the volume of my voice. And then Ava says, "Love Project Blue Book." Oh yeah, that's such a neat show. That's such a neat. We've really been enjoying Project Blue Book because, in Chiller Chat, I talk to like paranormal investigators and stuff like that. In fact, tonight is that brand new Chiller Chat with B&H Paranormal from Titusville. I talk to people who are into that, or into the belief of vampires and dogmen and Bigfoot. But I think my biggest interest is in the UFO phenomenon, so I really enjoy that. And so Ava and I have really been enjoying Project Blue Book. And Bob says, "I'm sick too." Oh yeah, that time of the year, we're all dropping like flies. As long as we get back up, that's what matters. Brad says, "Oh, the video game Resident Evil 2 remake came out yesterday. You have to check that out on YouTube." Well, speaking of Resident Evil, look at that. See, I was already prepared for this. Resident Evil. I saw someone posting about this, that this is going to be a Resident Evil is going to be a a series on Netflix, and I don't know if that's official. I think it is official, but that's kind of neat. I
found selections available on Netflix. Tidying Up with Marie Kondo, Diablero, The Innocent Man, The Hookup Plan, Dogs of Berlin.
Well, thank you,
Do you want to hear
Siri.
the next 5?
I do not care to hear those. Thank you, though.
Death by Magic, 1983. The Final Dogs.
I don't know why. Siri's doing this. Okay, I've been having my phone do this, or my watch. I'll just be sitting there, and my watch starts talking to me. I'm like, I didn't ask. But but anyways, when it comes to Netflix, apparently they're going to be doing Resident Evil. So, I'm missing some comments. Ava says, "Brian, can you see Charles' comment?" Charles, no, I haven't seen Charles' comment. No, I don't see it anywhere on here. Oh, so we get Bob and we lose Charles' ability to be on here. I guess one's always got to be bumped out for some reason. No, Charles, if you wrote something on here, I'm sorry, I'm not able to see that. But Maybe I can. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how we get that. Jason says, I want to believe. And Dave says, the Phantom Creep cereal would be a cool Chiller Night Theater set. Yeah, that'd be kind of neat. I was actually thinking about something like that. Tom says, ha. Corpus says, ha ha ha, Siri. Oh, yeah, just, like, she's, like, it's her show, you know? So, and then Nick says, I went and got the original Resident Evil a month ago just because 2 was coming out on the 25th. That's the first 2 are my favorite, and then the first Resident Evil movie, and then after that, I just thought they got too, I don't know, more adventure or action, like really unrealistic action, as opposed to that. I understand, you know, you can have neat action in it, but I think it got too over the top for me to be able to sit there and enjoy it and still kind of pretend I'm watching a horror movie. I don't know, like watching Van Helsing or something. That movie. And then Nick says, I went and got. Oh, I read that one. Siri. Tom says Siri's eavesdropping. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's kind of weird. And so's my watch. This watch even got. And then Dave says, yeah, it's in the works. I can't wait for Resident Evil, my favorite game, and how you could not like zombies and biological creatures. Yeah. Yeah, and Bob says your stuff's possessed. Yeah. That's what it sounds like. Brad says Siri, LOL. Tom says Silent Chuck. And then Cassandra says Alexa randomly starts talking to me. She'll get the hose if she keeps it up. Yeah, what are you going to do with these things? They're taking over. Let me go over to the Facebook page and see if I can see Charles' comments on here somewhere. I cannot. So Charles, if you're watching, if you've joined us, which apparently you have, I'm sorry I can't see your comment. I'm looking real quick on YouTube. I take it you're probably on Facebook, but I'm checking just to be sure. No, that is so weird. I'm sorry, Charles. I cannot. Oh, wait a minute. No, yeah. I do see it now. It says I am watching. Okay. All right. So now we can't have a Silent Chuck nickname for you, as Tom suggests. All right. Well, we got you and Bob, and all right, everybody's on board. All right. That is awesome. So... all right, glad that you've joined us. Glad that you've all joined us. I really appreciate that. But that's what's up with the Resident Evil on Netflix, coming your way on Netflix, evidently. So that's really cool. I did enjoy the first 2 Resident Evil games. I'm not a gamer, but a buddy of mine, when I lived in Pittsburgh, he showed me the game. He brought over his PlayStation, was showing that to me, and I went out and picked one up myself. I really enjoyed that. Let's see, Tom. I saw Charles' comment. Maybe you just missed it. Was a way back. Maybe I did. Maybe I just didn't scroll up high enough. Maybe I just didn't. But if I go back too far, yeah, I'll probably see it when I read them over again just to see if I missed anything after the fact. Nick says, "Alrighty now, what movie were you gonna talk about?" LOL. Oh yeah, hey, you know me, I get I get to talking, and then somebody says something shiny distracts me, takes me off the tracks. All right. I was looking for some other movies. One I'd really like to do, it's called Attack of the Eye Creatures. Attack of the Eye Creatures, an old like a 50s B, the science fiction chiller movies. And when I saw this thing, it brought back memories from when I was a kid, and I watched this show. And I don't know, maybe some of you viewers, at least in the Northwest Pennsylvania or surrounding area, that whoever was in I'm guessing Northwest Pennsylvania. I don't know if it was WPXI or not, but there was a TV station, I think might have been out of Pittsburgh, that used to air a show called Science Fiction Theater. You remember that? Science Fiction Theater. But it was a daytime show. And it was on, I think, on Saturday afternoons, if I remember. But I remember, whatever that was, I remember seeing this movie when I was a little kid. And I remember that creeped me out. You know, as a little kid, you know, we'll watch it now and get a, you know, chuckle over it. But I don't know. When I saw that, I was like, oh, that's a slice of my childhood. I got to relive that. So if I can play that movie, I'm going to be showing it on. I almost showed you guys the trailer for it tonight, but now I'm focused on this movie, folks. I gotta see if I can play that. Again, it's called Attack of the Eye Creatures, and just a perfect one for this type of show. And then Bob says those Resident Evil games were the first games that seriously freaked me out. Yeah, they did. That's why I was so in love with those games. The first two, I can say I really loved it. The third one, I don't know. I liked it. I had it, but I enjoyed the first two better. And then Corpus said, oh, speaking of cool shows, Bob says, you might be too big time for me now to watch after seeing Ava's new car this week, LOL. Yeah. Yeah, I think it'd be a while before we get that. But I know they had fun test driving that Tesla. And then Corpus said, Tales from the Crypt is starting up again. I heard that now, and it's starting with the M. Night Shyamalan. Is he the one, I think, who's overseeing the new show? I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought I had read that somewhere. And then, seriously, Brad says, seriously, Resident Evil is the king of survival horror. It was a very good game, because you felt like you were in a horror movie. You felt like you were in a zombie movie. I mean, that's how I felt watching it, because, like, I know I'd be sitting there, like, it's like 20 years ago, you know, and I'd be sitting there in my apartment just, like, playing this thing in the middle of the night, and you'd be hearing those sounds. Again, I've emphasized this so much because of my background in the haunted houses and my love for horror, but I'm all about atmosphere. And one of the biggest senses that we you know, I see sometimes neglected that shouldn't be is sound. You know, if you put the right sound in there at the right place, you can creep people out, and they don't even have to see anything. You put the right sound in a dark tunnel, wow, you can really give somebody the creeps. And so that's what I loved about it, is the sounds and the ambient sounds in the background and stuff were just creepy. I love that. I love that when I can, like, tell, you know, hearing just the right ghost story in the right setting, you know, around the campfire, you get that right chill. Love it. And then Brad says, video games. I missed something there. Right? And Corpus says WGN show. I think this was, if you're referring to the science fiction theater I was referring to, you might not. I understand there was a big delay of time there, but this was on something like a WPXI type of broadcast. You know, it was one of those. It was one of the main broadcasts at that time. This is back in like the 70s. And then Brad says, Back to the Future, George McFly. Cassandra says, I missed something. Cassandra says, love Tales from the Crypt. So do I. I have those on DVD. I love those, as well as the comics. I got the old EC Comics is where I first started reading those. Of course, that's where they originated from. The EC Comics, published by William Gaines back in the golden schlock days of horror. Nick says Saturdays, and Dave says, I heard Tales from the Crypt had stopped production. Oh, this new one that we're talking about. And then Cassandra says silence is creepy also. Yeah, it sure can be. Yes. But and then Corpus said yes to sci-fi show. I don't know. Is that I mean, it's possible, I guess. Cassandra says EC Comics with about 4 exclamation points. Oh my gosh, it's 8:47. Wow, I would have not guessed that at all. But anyways, yeah, these things are a lot of fun to me. The EC Comics, I don't know, the science fiction theater. When I saw that movie, Attack of the Eye Creatures, I just thought I gotta, if I can play that, I'm gonna play that. So, and sometimes they don't hold out. So I mean, if it's actually scared me when I was a kid, you know, you could only imagine how young I must have been. I might have been like 8 years old. I don't know, but it was one of the, you know, science fiction theater. I'm 50 now, so back then, I mean, how long ago was that? You know, it was quite a while ago to be sitting there getting scared over a sci-fi movie. But I remember the monsters. They were just it was the look of the monsters that really just, it creeped me out. I'd never seen monsters look like that before. And then Corpus says, "What? Oh man, I hope it isn't on hold. Tales from the Crypt." Oh yeah, Oh, Ava says, "Hey now, I was watching The Time, LOL." Oh, I know. I had no doubt. I had no doubt that you'd give me the proper warning. And then Brad says, "Science fiction theater was around in 1955 when Marty McFly went through time." Oh, okay. Wow. All right, now it's all coming together. All right, I don't know how I missed that one. But speaking of that, do you remember science fiction theater? Oh no, not you, Brad. You would be way too young. But okay, Dave says, just picked up some Tales from the Crypt comics tonight before logging into the chat. Did you really? Wow, that's really cool. I've just got the one here. Just the one that I have here. Just one of the Tales from the Crypt. I just love these things. I love these, and I love the like the famous monster magazines when I was a kid. Just all things monster, all things horror, you know, and science fiction, Godzilla and all that. I just love that stuff. Just always been fascinated by it. Just makes me, I don't know, brings me happiness and satisfaction, I guess. I don't know, but where am I at here? Corpus, tick-tock. Tom says Trilogy of Terror was the first one to keep me up all night. Mid-70s, question mark. Was that, oh yeah, that wooden African doll that did it. I didn't know that was the name of it, but I remember that. I would have never remembered that until you said the wooden African doll, because that, yeah, I remember that creeping me out too. Wow, what flashbacks. Oh, Jason says science fiction theater was awesome. Do you remember, does anybody remember the channel that was on? Because that I used to love that show. Nick says they have some of the old comics in Oil City Movie Stop. Oh, I'll have to check that out. And then Bob says, I remember Friday Night Frights and USA, but not Jack Shannon's Friday Night Fright. No, Friday Night Frights and USA Up All Night, and of course the Captain Groovy movies. Yeah. Those were cool. The Corpus said the Zuni doll. Is that what that was? That African wooden doll? Or that little, I don't know. I remember that thing, man. That was scary. You wonder, though, you know, how well that stuff would hold up now that you're watching it. But you'd still have fun. You'd have fun, which is what we do here anyway. I mean, that's why I don't think we're really truly looking to get that scared. Or I think we're looking to kind of recapture something that brought us joy back in the day, or at least a good blend of that. And Jason says, I loved In Search of with Leonard Nimoy. Yeah, I love that as well. That was one of my favorite shows back then. Bob says USA Channel used to be cool. Yeah, I used to enjoy that. Commander USA or something like that. Commander USA. with the cigar and he talking, hey kids. Yeah, I used to love that guy. David, in the early 70s, Pittsburgh Channel 53 had a Saturday evening show called Scream In with a host showing old horror movies, and his name was Tarantula. Anyone remember that? Wow, no, I can't say that I do remember that. Channel 53 had a show called Scream In. Wow, I did not know that. That's pretty cool. Corpus said, I own that movie. Oh, wow. I'm going to have to look that up now. Ava says 10 minutes to go. So I got the 10-minute to go from Ava, which she must have wrote that 2 minutes ago. And then Brad, okay, she's got reinforcements. Brad says 10 minutes until Chiller Night Theater. And then Jason says WTAE. Okay, all right, that's awesome. I would not have known that. That is cool. So science fiction theater played on WTAE. That's really cool. And then Cassandra says, I have a Zuni fetish doll. Why am I not surprised to hear that? I have a Zuni fetish doll uses like Elf on a Shelf during the holiday. All right. Well, I'm gonna have to look up this African doll now. But I'm just thinking of these old movies, you know, that one in particular really brought my memories flooding back. So, well, I made it through this episode or this show or presentation, however you want to label it, of the Chiller Night live pre-show. Thank you very much for joining me. I guess I'm going to have to cut this short, well, not cut it short, but bring it to a close here in a couple minutes. Jason says it was on Saturday afternoons. Yeah, I remember that. That's exactly the show I remember. And boy, I love that thing. I love watching that. I remember it really a long time ago, like maybe early 70s or something like that, or early mid 70s. And then David says the show went by way too fast. Cheers. Well, thank you, David. I agree. I'm always shocked. I'm always shocked when I look down here and see the time go. It just goes way too fast. But the next time I'm going to see you guys will be, Jack Shadow will be next Friday night. So I hope you join us on Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, just like we're doing now, for Jack Shadow's Friday Night Frights, where we play The Crawling Eye, Trollenberg Terror. Okay. But we will be playing that movie then, and hope you join us. And if you do join us, and I'm sure Jack will I'm sure he'll be reminding viewers as well. Please share. If you share, you know, you help me out, you help Vicelli's out as far as sponsorship recognition, and you might just get something out of it as well. So because somebody's going to win something that night, and will be announced on that episode. So hopefully you're not shy about your name being mentioned on an episode, because that will actually be whenever it plays on Stream TV. Your name will be mentioned on that as well. So so just know that's part of the deal. David said, okay, Jason, another Emmy performance tonight. Thank you. I want to thank all of you who made this possible. And then Corpus said these pre-shows are so much fun. I look forward to these, and I thank you for joining me as well, because like I said before, I don't take any of this lightly. I mean as far as you know, you'd be doing so many other things, but I know that you guys must really appreciate the Chiller movies, you know. If not this show in particular, at least the old Chiller spirit, you know, the old horror and science fiction movies of yesteryear that I bring to you every week. So thank you for joining me. And Friday, and then Cassandra says Friday Night Frights and Vicelli Pizza. Yes. Brad says 5 minutes in Chiller Night Theater. Excuse me. And then Ava says 5 minutes. All right. So this time she reinforced his 5 minutes. So we got 5 minutes. And then Tom says one of us will be outed on Chiller Night Theater. Yeah. Be like Survivor Series or Lost or something. All right. Well, no one gets kicked off this island. So one of you will win a neat little packet there from Jack Shadow. So looking forward to that. That'll be a lot of fun. So, and that's, if it ain't fun, why are we doing it, right? So thanks everybody. Thank you. Hopefully you'll make the transition. Jump over to Stream TV. That's streammedia.tv, streammedia.tv, and you can either watch this streamed online or connect to their Roku channel. So thank you once again. David says, take care of yourself. And you too, and all of you as well. Thank you once again. And when you see me, I'll probably be looking a little different. Cassandra says, feel better. Thank you. I am working on it. I'm working on it. So Corpus says, yes, feel better. Thank you. And thank you for joining us. Me and Bones back here. But thanks for joining. Thanks for stopping in tonight and checking out the Chiller Night pre-show. So as always, have a good night. Have a good Chiller Night. I'll see you next week.